Welcome to episode 26 of the Bolton Wanderers Road to Glory series. Coming off the end of a good episode, our first victory in the championship. Goals have started coming in. The episode didn't start off that way. And we also picked up a win in the League Cup. Due up this episode, we're going to have a couple league matches. We'll be at home for Brentford, and then we're going to travel to Preston North End. And we should be able to get to the next League Cup game versus Crawley Town. But before we get there, we've got a little bit of business to take care of. Reading have come back to us and said they'll pay us $900,000. That's up from, I believe, the $750,000 they were offering. We've set the price at $1 million for Ben Amos. And an offer has come in for Buxton from Doncaster. His stats are starting to fall. He's already fallen one point since the beginning of the season. So let's see if they'll give us value. And maybe we can move the man along. Okay, so Mitchell Van Bergen wants a bigger role in the club. I believe I offered him squad rotation last time. So let's see, what can we do? Important first team player? Alright, let's see if he'll come in. I made an offer in for Cameron Carter-Vickers, loan to buy, just like I did for Pulisic. They had him listed for loan. I don't know what the problem is there. Also made an offer in for is that Matthias Delete? They said they want a little bit more. We offered $800,000. Let's see if they'll go a little lower. And I also made an offer for this Ilzat Akhmedov, and they want a little bit more for him. I believe he can also play on the wings. So first up, our second league home match of the season will be taking on Brentford. Now this is our second meeting versus the squad. Of course, we met them last season in the FA Cup, the actual third match, because we had to go to a replay, and that of course is what got us into the round of 32 of the FA Cup and met that objective. Strong lineup for us. Brentford come out in a 4-2-3-1. Don't really remember how many changes have taken place in their lineup. I do remember McEachran and Judge, I believe. So Brentford will take the opening kickoff. Yanaris back to Barbet. Out wide to Yota. Goes around. That was Taylor. That Silva was pushed up for some reason, and he's just going to keep dribbling, and he's going to have a shot, and it hits off the bar. Beavers is just going to send this towards midfield and out for a throw. Srivar does well just to bring that in. And throw it out to Da Silva. Pushes it up the line to Taylor. Wilkinson makes a run. We'll play it on. Back for Clough. Clough's going to turn it inside. Here comes the run from Vela. Vela from outside the box. Poked away by Barbet. Clough picks it up. Plays it into Wilkinson. Does well to turn on his man. And play on, says the ref. How is that not a penalty kick? If the foul occurred in the penalty area, it should be a penalty kick. Bentley does well to get a foot, big toe to it, and it's going to be out for a corner. Jelen will just clear that across. Derek quickly touches De Vella. Over for Spearing. Da Silva out wide. Taylor on a run. Da Silva's going to take it back inside. Plays it forward for Wilkinson. Holds the defender off. Wilkinson on a nice solo run. Nothing to cross it into. It takes the shot. Bentley pushes that out for another corner. McEachran to Yanaris. Judge. Back to McEachran. Not really pushing forward too quickly here, as they'll finally cross midfield. DEJA, the Judge, plays it off. He's going to hold off Wilson, I believe that is. Judge is going to send in the cross, and Da Silva just pops that straight up. And Jota gets underneath it. He's going to head that out to Hoffman. Hoffman sends it in to Colin. He tries to cross it in. Da Silva sends that out for a corner. So we're under a half hour remaining here. DEJA is going to whip this in. It's going to bounce around. Iteki can't have it. Jota with another shot, but Silva is there. Throw that out to Vela. Moved him on to right back now. Switched Wilson over to left back. Brought on Iteki in the central midfield. Wilkinson. Over to Spearing. Spearing. Outside the area. Cuts it back inside. Drops that back for Iteki. He's going to send it on to Wilkinson. Wilkinson with the shot. And he hits the post. It falls to the feet of Spearing. And Barbet's going to send that out for a corner. Tried to hit that first time with Spearing. But as you see there, he takes the extra touch. And Barbet did well to close down the near post. Wilson does well to come and take that. Gives that to Harrison. Back to Iteki. A little bit out there with the defender, but he comes away with it. Now he's going to play it out for Harrison. The overlapping run from Wilson, who's up from his left back position. Used to playing on the right-hand side. Wilkinson plays that in for Iteki. He's going to have one with the left foot, and that was going in the bottom left, but Bentley comes up with another huge save. So it's a 0-0 draw. 2 home matches in the league this season. 2 scoreless draws. But we'll take the point, as we're going to need all the points we can get in the championship this season. It was pretty one-sided. They only had 3 shots. All 3 of them were on target. Wilson gets man of the match with a 7.9 rating. Did well as I moved him over to the left back position. Da Silva's just not having the stamina so far. But a bit of news here between games. Doncaster have met the asking price there for Buxton. I believe it was only value, so it looks like he'll be moving on. Going after this Lee Guang-hyuk for $2 million. He's absolutely rapid. Ben Amos, we're still going to go ask for $1 million here from Reading. No reason to move him on. He's just excess to us this season. And it looks like Vitesse, Derby County is also in on Mitchell Van Bergen from Vitesse. But we'll go back here and now offer, see what he wants as far as contract. He wants $9,000. So that's more than Van Bergen, but we'll just see. We'll compare the two and see which one we want to bring in. Offer has come in for Chris Taylor from, of all teams, Brentford. I don't know. It looks like we're going to bring in a young winger. He's 30, so we're going to ask for $850. A little bit over value. Okay, the offer on Ilzat Akhmetov has been met. His wages are a little bit more than what I want to spend, but we'll see if he'll accept squad rotation player. Ajax want a little bit more for Delight. $950 is what we offered last time. We'll go up to $1 million and see if they'll take that. And Spurs have decided to take the loan to buy offer for Cameron Carter-Vickers. So that might make Delight expendable now. We'll go ahead and accept this, and we'll have a new young center back in the squad. And Van Bergen's accepted his contract offer, but we're going to wait and see what that Lee does. Okay, so Reading have met the $1 million that we've asked for Ben Amos. On to the second match of the episode, staying in the greater Manchester area. or at least in the northwest, I should say, for Preston North End, the first meeting there. Looking at their starting 11, Lindegaard is a former Manchester United youth player, and they're in a 5-3-2. Keeping in the starting 11, as this is a league match, we'll have a cup match coming up after this, so I want my best players out there for this road game. Vela, nice little movement there as Harrison to Clough. Clough will turn it this way, has Wilson out wide. Johnson just comes and pushes him straight off of the ball. Bolton there. Taylor does well to take it off here. Taylor, who looks like he's going to be moving on to Brentford. Chaplin slides that through for Spearing, and Spearing puts it into the back of the net. We couldn't have asked for a better start to this match, as our captain comes through with his first goal of the season. Some good passing and actually good defense to keep the ball in their half of the field. And Lingard just couldn't guard the whole goal there, and we're going to take a 1-0 lead. Davies keeping the pressure on him there. He gets it over to Welsh. Push forward for Gallagher. For Spur. Spur has lots of space in front of him. Now he plays the ball up for May. May out wide. Is he going to get a cross in? Oh, bad defense there by me. He does cross it. Slevar doesn't move, and Beckford with a horrible shot. Derek with an even worse clearance, as that's going to fall to the feet of May. May's going to have a shot, but Slevar is there. Oh, just giving that straight away to Beckford. Slevar comes up with a big save. Wilson now to Derek. Forward for Vela. Back to Wilson. Nice interplay between the two. Vela will turn it towards the near side of the field. Spearing now plays it forward for Clough. Has Harrison out wide. Uses Connor Chaplin. He's going to play it forward for Vela. Vela's going to turn it in. He's going to give it back to Chaplin. And Chaplin on the right foot doubles the advantage here as we find out 2 minutes added on to the first half. We are just loving playing on the road here in the championship. Vela's going to pick up a nice assist as Connor Chaplin has plenty of space to put that away, as it looks like we'll go into halftime up 2-0. Woods. In for Beckford. He's going to turn and play that through. May has time to turn. And Seeblar is there.
Thank you very much, Alan.
Trotter. Forward for Chaplin. Somebody make a run. He's going to give it back to Trotter. Trotter, he's got Chaplin again. Chaplin in the area. Can he get his second? No. Lingard covers up the near post. It's going to go out for a corner. The good passing continues, but just couldn't squeeze that by as Lingard finally had that covered. Harrison will whip this in, and Gallagher's going to head it back out. 10 minutes remaining here. Ateke just on the field. He's going to play it over to Van den Bosch, who also just comes on. Van den Bosch turns, fires a shot. Lingard comes up with a save. See if they can't clear this out now. May has Samarco. Back to May. Samarco, will he turn it inside? No, they're just going to keep working down this near sideline. Samarco's got some space now. And the cross comes in. Ateke with the chest back towards his own goal. Doesn't quite clear it away, and Doyle turns and fires a shot that sails over the bar. So it's a 2-0 win on the road at Preston North End. So 4 matches into the season, we have 2 home draws and 2 road victories. Pretty even match there. Connor Chaplin, man of the match, with a 9.1 rating as he had a goal and an assist. The other goal going to Spearing. The other assist going to Josh Vela. Okay, so Brentford have accepted the $850,000 for Chris Taylor, so it looks like he'll be moving on. And it's guaranteed that Buxton is now moving on to Doncaster, so we wish him well. And we see there that Lee has accepted that, and by looking at it, Van Bergen's going to cost me less as far as overall price and wages. The only advantage is he is a little bit faster. Van Bergen has the better upside, so we're going to accept him into the squad. And we'll let Lee stay at, I believe it's like Pittsburgh Steelers or something Steelers. News now that Chris Taylor is moving on to Brentford. So he turned it on last season, but he is 30 years of age now and probably isn't going to be figured in anymore with Van Bergen coming in. And we also see that Amos has moved on to Reading for $1 million. And this Akhmetov wants a little bit bigger role, so we'll say important first team player, but at $15,000, I'm not sure if we're going to be able to fit him in. But we'll return for the final match of the episode in the League Cup. On the road, our first matchup this save versus Crawley Town. I believe they are still League 2. So we're going to rotate out the squad with some of the youngsters, as we shouldn't have any problem here. 4-2-3-1. The only name I really recognize is Jalo, and I think he's the brother of a Yannick Jalo that used to play for the Earthquakes. Van Bergen and Cameron Carter-Vickers making the bench for this match. We'll try and get them in. Our ball at the kickoff. Souza will play that back to Clark. A couple of the youth players, along with Pratley, Jan Vier. Forward for Ateke. Ateke lays that off for Souza. Souza turns it back inside. He's going to lay it through for Davis. He's going to have a chance to turn. Can the youngster get his first goal? No. The defender comes and Morris is on top of it. He'll try to clear that to Banton. Clark does well to come up and take that away. Plays that in for Ateke. And out wide for Walker. Walker will play this through for Davis. Davis turns it back in, returns the favor for Walker, and he's going to have a shot. Stings the hands of Morris and is out for a corner. Play that out for Clark. Janvier. Forward for Davis. Pushes that on for Ateke into the box. Ateke is going to leave it back for Davis. Davis gets it onto his right foot, and there is the youngster's first career goal. Coming in the League Cup, a half hour has passed. It's basically been all us so far. And a nice pass from the two youngsters. And hopefully the first of many goals for Will Davis. It's 1-0. Clark looking for someone. Pratley comes back. We'll push this on. No. Push it forward for Davis. Ateke keeps the run going. Now it makes its way to Ateke. He has Moxie out wide. He'll cut it inside. Davis looking to make a run for him. He's going to slip it through, and that's into the back of the net. Moxie's running off as if that's his goal. Davis was there, slid for it. Irregardless, it's 2-0. And we'll look here in the replay. Moxie's going to slide this through. Davis goes, slides it underneath the keeper, and it looks like they're going to credit to Moxie. Let's see if the path of the ball changes. I don't think it does. I think Moxie's going to get his first goal with the club in this save. So 2-0 down. Crawley Town looking for something to keep them in this game. Jalo. Back to Young. Smith. Pulls him down. Pratley does poke that away. Smith picks it back up. Plays that on to Payne. Payne's going to turn. He's going to lay that off for Collins, who timed to turn, and he got nothing on that shot.
First touch was good, but he's got to work hard to keep the ball.
Collins sends that in the air. Headed away by Mason. Falls to the feet of Smith. Smith turns it in around one. Smith into the area. Jallo with the shot. Sleevelar comes up with the save. Weeder now will send that forward for Walker. They are definitely pushed up here. See if we can't get something. Moxie turns, gives it back to Walker. Forward for Janvier. Janvier moves around the tackle. Souza gives it back to Janvier. Turns on the defender. Janvier with the shot. Morris pushes that out to Blackman. And they're going to clear that away. Booted forward. Davis heads that on to Van Bergen. Space in front of him. Van Bergen cuts it inside. Off for Vandenbosch. He's going to slide it through for Davis. A chance at his second, and he hits the post. And McInerney will just clear this away. So it's another 2-0 victory. It's deja vu. Back-to-back episodes with a home draw, a road victory in the league, and a road victory in the League Cup. One-sided there. So we even had more possession. Man of the match goes to Moxie with a 9.4 rating. Of course, he picked up a goal, as did Will Davis, the lone striker, with 2 assists for Jan Bryce Iteke. But that is going to be all for today's episode. If you enjoyed the video, please hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time.